Hello guys, I'm gonna wait for a couple minutes and get things started. It's about 10:59, so just another minute and I will be here waiting for some of you guys to hop on and we'll have a good fun time with today's Noon Party. So welcome to Noonday. If you're not sure what Noonday is, it is a fair trade company that partners with companies, other small businesses across the globe. There's about 15 different businesses that we are partnered with in different countries. There are over 4,000 artisans that work through Noonday, work through companies in other countries that Noonday has partnered with. Being fair trade, everything has been bought by Noonday up front. And so if you buy something on special, on deal, or on sale today, or the rest of Black Friday, you're still helping people just as much to keep their sustainable jobs. And that's something I love about Noonday. There are a few things they focus on. They believe that everybody should have a job. They believe that women should be empowered, children should be cherished, and they want to connect people, whether it's connecting women in the United States to create marketplaces, or whether it's creating women in the United States to men and women in other countries. It's primarily women that are working in these jobs. There's about 73 or 72% of the artisans are women, so that's really exciting. Something that we all can get behind is women having jobs and providing for their families, especially in places. A couple of the ornaments that we still have left are made in Afghanistan, and Afghanistan, the community they're in, it's a community where women aren't allowed to leave the house by themselves, go outside alone, and so they're able to provide for themselves in a way that fits the context of their country, and also in a way that's safe for them as well. A lot of these jobs, the women are able to work from home. It's one of the big things that Noonday cherishes, because when women work from home, they can take care of their families, and when women are working, it's known that the money what women earn, the money goes to their children, their families, and the community. So in a lot of ways, these jobs are supporting vulnerable communities throughout the United States, vulnerable communities throughout the world, in several different countries. So if you're tuning in early, I encourage you to look around the website a bit, and you can search products by country. And so we'll talk a little bit about different countries today. That's my personal passion. Is I'm an artist and traveler, and I love languages, I love people, I love internationals in the US, and I love the cultural side. So if you guys have other questions too, more of the fashion side, I also see fashion as an art, so I like that side, but if we don't get any questions about it, I'll talk more about the culture and the art behind the pieces, largely because that's what I know more of. So that's the spiel about what Noonday is. One of the beautiful things about the company is that I think for Christmas we have the opportunity to support fair trade and individual artisans, or we can support sweatshops. And the Black Friday sales are a great chance to really support artisans and people working, building their lives and their families and building an income for themselves. And that's so beautiful, and a really good opportunity. And we get to do it at prices that are really affordable. And the way sales work usually are extra items that if they over-ordered, or if there's something, mostly over-ordering is my understanding, then it goes on sale toward the end of that product line. If there's not enough to market it for the next season, it then goes on sale so that they can still provide income and still give back and still sustain themselves. So it's a really beautiful model, you guys. If you have more questions about that part, the integrity of the company is actually a big part of why I started to share it. Most of what I have I got for my birthday last year, or in quarantine, April. And so that's how I got into it. And then as I learned more about the company, I was like, oh my gosh, these are so authentic. And me being an artist and travel person, I fell in love with that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go kind of by country. Some of the pieces I have sold out, but I will use them to tell you about other pieces that are available. First, I'll start with what I'm wearing. These 3 necklaces are all 3 Dokra, and I posted a video about Dokra, and I have a couple others. If you're curious, message me and I'll send you more. Dokra is a process where you build a clay sculpture, and then you build a wax sculpture, and then you put a clay around it, and you pour molten metal into a spout and the wax melts out. It's called lost wax casting. And so these 3 pieces are all dokra from India. In India and Africa, a lot of times villages have, I believe it's other countries too. I've only studied India and Africa on my own. But oftentimes it's villages have a tradition that they've passed down from centuries. It sounds like the Vietnamese pieces are like that too. But dokra is one of those traditions where there are villages in India that's what they do. They do dokra, or maybe a village will do terracotta. But so these 3 pieces are super authentic. And I think once they're gone, they're gone. And so that's something to think about. I don't know if new dokra pieces are coming out in the spring or not, but dokra is, it's a very traditional art, and you can see on the back and also the details on the front, each one is individually made. So all of the different markings are a little bit different, because the wax disappears when you do it. So that's something kind of cool. Each one is hand poured. And I will share a video if it hasn't gone up yet in the group on the hand pouring process. We got to do it when we were in India for an art class. So that's the dokra pieces. My all-time favorite thing is dokra. I love it. The next couple are, I'll talk about the Vietnamese pieces. Both these earrings and this necklace are made in Vietnam. They're both made from water buffalo horn. It's an ancient technique that's been passed down for centuries, and they're hand carved as well. So that's pretty incredible. This technique was used in a large scale in nobility houses, homes, for their artwork. And Noonday, one of the beautiful things about Noonday is they take traditional art and they partner with these traditions that the people have learned and passed down from centuries. They use their skills that they have, and they bring in fashion designers and art. There's a specific name, artists and partners. That's not the right word though, sorry. They bring in kind of the leader of each company in the country and designers, and they design pieces that maybe is a huge sculptural wall, and they talk about ways to make them into wearable art, wearable jewelry. And so that's something that's just so incredible to me. If you look at the Vietnamese pieces, a lot of the ones of this color are the horn. Also, a lot of the earrings, if you look at the lovely lace earrings or the calypso earrings, they're a little bit shorter than this necklace. So this is a bigger necklace. Cut it in half, and the earrings are about that size. Also, if you go to Instagram, you can type in the hashtag and look at tons of people styled in the different items. Since I joined in October, they did a special where we don't get the starter kit. So I just have the pieces that I had before. I don't have all of the big ones. So I will talk about the countries and show you what I can with what I have. But that would be about the size of the lovely lace earrings. And I believe the calypso are a little more rounded and shorter, smaller than what I'm showing you. That was a mediocre job. I hope that made sense. There are other pieces. If you like dainty, smaller pieces, closer to this size, they do have the Geo something. There's a little triangle and a little circle that are really gorgeous. They're also made out of the horn. They kind of look like marble, but they're really small, minimalist layering pieces as well. So if that's your style, they're there. Also, with a lot of the long ones, if they have chain, a tip you can do to shorten it, and I'm an artist, and so I just kind of do things that are maybe a little weird, is take a safety pin and pin it at the length that you want it to be. So the longer ones can really be any length that you want. I will show you this one. It is pretty short. I'll show you the shortest length and then the longest length. You can kind of pick anywhere in between. So there's the shortest, and there's the longest that the open heart necklace would be. So if that helps you decide, it has an adjustable length to it. And there are other necklaces from them. So we've talked about India and we've talked about Vietnam. Let's talk about Haiti real quick. There's actually a great story with Haiti and Noonday for me. I studied I have like kind of a scattered background. but I took a few classes on the religions of people when they left Africa through the slave trade, and we focused on Haiti a little bit. And so I did a trip to Haiti. It was a missions trip with our church, but it was after studying it. And so but we were building chicken coops. All the Haitian men were like, we want to build, and they took the jobs away from the American women, which some of the women were like very feminist and not super happy with that. But I was like, this is great. Like, this is what people are supposed to do. This is what fair trade and all these things we support are about. And I ended up teaching women and children how to make paper beads. This was like 8-9 years ago. Last month, when I finally started to actually I became an ambassador for the discounts. And then as I learned more and more, I was like, I should share this with people. Like, it's really neat. And so when I was in that process, Haiti is one of the, when I was in that process, I realized that the Ugandan beads, which we'll get to in a minute, are actually what inspired me to teach people to learn paper bead making and teach people in Haiti. So just a really cool connection there. But several of the Haitian pieces are made from leather. This one is actually sold out, but there is another wrap bracelet that is really beautiful. It's tannish leather. It wraps around 3 times maybe, and then it has a circle that's possibly made from brass bins. I'm not positive what the material is on that one, but there are several gorgeous leather pieces from Haiti. This is the only leather piece I have so far. So, but yeah, so that's Haiti and in Vietnam and India. Let's talk a little bit more about India. So one of the things we did was block printing. We went to a fair trade or a local shop, block printing shop, and I got these 2 block prints, and we learned, it was an art class, we learned about block printing. Okay, so you guys, going on sale on Tuesday, the block printing set and the batik set will be on sale. And so if you want to join on the batik set, if you get a batik set, I'm going to be doing a live of some sort of painting it. So we'll do a group session for that. So if you get one, you can totally join. It'll be a lot of fun. But so when I got the block printing set, and when it goes on sale on Tuesday, the whole set through Noonday is going to cost what these 2 cost me in an authentic, in a setting where it was pretty affordable, right? When you're there. These were about, I guess they were about $7 total. So the whole set that you get is going to cost about twice as much. It'll be $15 on Tuesday. This is the whole Noonday set, you guys, and this is what I bought. So these were like $3 each, $4 maybe, I think probably 3, 4. And then this whole thing will be $15. And I'll show you what all it comes with. I was shocked when it came, because I was like, why is this box so huge? I had no clue what it was because it was way bigger than I expected. So there's 2 sponges left in this lovely like linen bag. I'm gonna use it for something. And then compare the sizes, you guys. I was shocked at how big the Noonday ones are. They're about 3 inches maybe by 3 inches. So that's huge. And this is a ton of printing color, you guys. And it comes with the sponges, so you make your own stamp pads and everything. Again, if you go to Instagram and Google, what is it called? Block printing kit maybe. Or not Google, use the hashtag. You'll see a bunch of examples of it. It's stunning. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't found this in the literature on Noonday, but I'm pretty sure that the plate is made out of banana leaf, which is a if you go to a wedding in South India, a lot of times your food would be served on a banana leaf plate. Not as processed as that. And so I'm not positive that's banana leaf, but I think the tray you get, and I think it's meant to be a throwaway tray, but I'm probably going to use it for a jewelry tray. Again, I'm an artist, so I kind of do what I want with things. So yeah, super exciting. And the batik kit is also gorgeous. There's so many great photos of it. And it comes with a paint tray and then 3 ink colors that they're the primary, so you can get any color you want out of it. And then there is a brush in there as well. It's really hard to get back in, so I'm not going to take it out unless someone asks on the live. So those are the kits. There's also a Morse code bracelet kit that will talk about the beads from that. and it spells out love, and there's a few different words you can spell. That's going to be on sale too. That's such a great, that's the $15 kits, you guys, are amazing. That's such a good price point for you. And so, okay, the beads, almost all of the beads that are these colors from Ethiopia, which is where the Morse code kit is, they are made from upcycled bullet casings and bullet brass from civil wars. So that's a heavy thing to think about, but it's also a really beautiful symbol of redemption and change and what Noonday is about. Like, Noonday is going into communities that have had civil wars, and in one of the lives we did with some of the artisan partners, or the heads of the artisan businesses abroad, there is talk of civil war again in one of the communities where these bullet beads come from. So I don't know if you guys are the praying type or however you express your religious beliefs. I'm Christian, so I do pray, but it can be something to even remind you to pray for people around the world too, and like pray for some of those things. So, but I love it because I can share what redemption means to me when I share these, and so it's a really beautiful way to be like, yeah, like I believe that Jesus has redeemed us, and that from bad things, or whatever terminology you want to use. So I absolutely love these. But if you're not a Christian, you don't have to use the same lingo. It still has the same beautiful concept and beautiful reality of giving people, artisans, jobs, working with traditional crafts from their community, sustainable resources, and rebuilding communities. Like things, you guys, are like, when you support Noonday, you're really supporting a beautiful thing. So back to these beads. The Morse code bracelet kits will be $15 for a pack of beads to make, I believe, 3 bracelets. And there's also the Beth necklace. It's spelled B-E-T-H-E. It's slightly different than this one, but this is 2 necklaces. This is an older version, but that one is 1 long strand. And I will show you. You can do this. It'll be hard with ponytail holder. There are different ways you can wear it. There's not an extender right now. If you can find the Golden River, I couldn't find it last night, but it was there like a week ago. But if you can find a piece with an extender, which the extenders will be back, you can do some really neat waterfall looks with the Beth. But you also don't need it. With my hair, it's easier to use an extender, but if your hair is not, if you don't have dreadlocks, you don't have to worry about that, and you can loop it around a couple different times for the Beth. So yeah, that's, you guys, the bullets are all of it. So sometimes when you get a starter kit for becoming an ambassador, you get like the basic pieces that everybody loves, or the biggest sellers. The ones I got are everything. Like everything I have is my favorite because I bought it for me, not I didn't get the starter kit. So I'm genuine, like when I say that, I genuinely mean it. I really love everything that I have from Noonday. If you're looking at some of the pouches, some of them are on sale. This one I believe is, actually I have it here. It says Vietnam. I actually didn't think it was Vietnam. This one they don't have on there anymore either, but you can look at how detailed the stitching is. Just for a little bit of, there's a pouch that's on sale right now from India. Oh my gosh, it's stunning, and you can watch how it's made on huge sheets of fabric. It's beautiful. But a lot of the pouches and bags, this is a teeny one that I keep my earrings in, but a lot of the pouches and bags are, the detail on them is, I mean, if you think about how you would make it, I'm constantly inspired by the detail on the bags. And speaking of detail, Uganda is the last country we'll talk about, I believe. Uganda is where everything started. They have the paper beads. Like I said, that's how I first heard of them years ago. And they inspired me to teach people abroad how to make paper beads. The paper beads from Uganda are so incredible as well. This one is still in stock. It's not on sale, but there's not very many left. So I think when it's gone, it's going to be gone. This is the papyrus, and it is a great layering piece. I will show you the length. So it's a pretty long one. I have lots of photos of it if you would like to see it worn on a normal day. Also, if you go to Instagram and type in papyrus necklace with the hashtag, you will see probably 100 to 200 people wearing it in different ways. It's really, really, really gorgeous with the mystic moon in the middle. That's my favorite picture that I've seen of it. And I kind of want the mystic moon just to do that layering. So there you go. And the Ugandan beads, sorry, I didn't explain it. They are all made from paper. There are other beads that you will get, like you can see normal, typical, standard seed beads on there as well. Everything that's not handmade though is bought locally or found locally. Again, that's what the fair trade, resource, sustainability, all of that. I'm still learning. I'm super new to this, and learning about is actually what got me like super inspired to share. So, but all of these, the white or the tan and orange beads are hand rolled paper beads. Also the pink ones are as well. So there's a lot of paper beads on here. And again, this one's gonna sell out quick. There's not, I don't remember how many there were last time I checked, but there's under 100 of them. And that was probably a week ago. They're not on sale, so they won't go as fast, but that's one that's gonna be gone soon. And this one is already gone. But what I wanted to show you, and you might have already seen it in a live, is the size and the detail of these beads are each one of the black, focus, see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Each one of the black ones, the gold ones are seed beads. Each one of the black ones is hand rolled paper beads. There's three pairs of earrings. There's the IS of Afiswa. I believe it's a tribe in Africa. I'm not positive, or a word in an African language. And then there's the Duchess earrings. There's the Duchess earrings in lemon and raspberry, and then the AFW. If you search AF at the top, you'll see it. Also, if you go to the Black Friday sales toward the top, I think they're in alphabetical order. Yes, they are the Duchess earrings. There's two pairs, lemon and the raspberry, and they both have over 500 hand-rolled paper beads in them. They're beautiful earrings, you guys. Each one is a work of art. And this is one of the ones that I got for my birthday party, and I didn't know that they were paper beads when I ordered it. And when I got it, and you can tell because there's a couple imperfections in it, but to me that just like that means that it's handmade, it's art, right? So this piece is spectacular. And the bright colors of the dyed beads in the two, if you like bright, bold statement earrings, they are for you. Also, the other one, it's a muted grayish, closer to this color of the whitish ones, not the gold. It might be a little more tan than that, a little less yellow, a little more brown from photos, but it is also stunning. If you want it, like if you like the bright colors and you have things to wear them with, or if you want the accent, the bright ones are great, but there is the third one that is more muted, and I don't know which one out of the three I would get. I have no idea. They're stunning and amazing. I'm so inspired by them. So I think that is most of what I have for you guys. I will show you each Noonday piece you get comes in a little bag. And these bags, they are made in Kenya, I believe. And I'm not sure if they are through the same artisan partner that makes the jewelry in Kenya, or if it's another artisan partner, or how that works. The fabric is not batik dyed, but it is bought in the local marketplaces. So when the fabric changes, it's based on what's in the local marketplace. I did forget, this is the on the spot headband. And actually, I have a lot of hair, so it's gonna look a little awkward. Okay, so the on the spot headband, the thing that I love about it is how versatile it is. When you look really closely, you can see that there's the pink and the gold in there. And so I'm wearing it with a purple shirt. It looks great. I have one of my favorite scarves. It's a bright red. It looks Looks a little bit less great on camera, but I have photos I've posted recently. It really does actually match this really well. I teach online English, so I have lots of clothes here. It goes with this color nicely. It goes with a lighter peach nicely. It goes with all of my online teaching clothes, so that's great. And I usually wear my online teaching clothes for Zoom videos. So what I do is I keep a pack of earrings and a headband. Actually, I usually do a different scarf specifically for teaching because of the color of the company. That's a whole nother topic. But putting on a headband or a scarf and a pair of earrings is the quickest way to look prepared for an online Zoom call. And like a piece of jewelry, if you can keep them right by where you keep your computer, it's 5 minutes. And actually, I didn't put any on today, but I have 3 different lipstick options because teaching English, people like to see your lips clearly. But you guys all speak English and you can understand me, right? So we're good. But yeah, that is most of it, unless there's any questions. Hello, Crystal. We're right toward the end, but go rewatch it. There's so many good things on, and we'll still chat a little bit more. Or if you have any questions for things that you want to see live, let me know because I can stick around for a bit. And actually, I will take off. Secret confession: I'm so bad at taking off the clasps that are in the back. It's not easy, especially with my hair, because sometimes it gets caught and it's, I love my locks, but there are some downsides. Don't tell anyone, I don't admit that usually. But with this Dokra piece, this is the Talisman Necklace, and you get both of these in one. One of the things I wanted to show you guys are the details on it. I'm not sure it's going to focus, but you can see there's chain and then there's a smashed link with a little bead around it every so often. So that's a really neat detail. When you're layering necklaces, one of the tricks is to have different chains, different sizes, different weights, different thicknesses, and different things like this, because then they don't get tangled. And so you can store them easier too without them tangling. So that's a fun trick. This is a standard chain on the other one. You also could switch the chains around. So if you wanted the longer one, do whatever with those. But there's a couple other sets. The Starburst Necklace, I believe. I believe that one has different types of chains too. So if you are wanting to do the layered look at what you have. Think about getting one that maybe has a different chain. So you can either interchange your chains or wear them together. And then this one is it's a much thicker chain. And so these two pieces on the site, 3 necklaces go great together because the chains don't tangle. And they don't tangle in my hair either. These ones, I don't know what it is. It might be this isn't a standard link. It's more of like the spiral type flat link. I don't know the names. But it might just be that they're different enough. I have no idea why they don't tangle in my hair. It's a lot to. I think I went through all of the pieces. There are, if you haven't gotten the online lookbook, you can message me. This is, that's the Starburst, and it's not the chains I was thinking. But the affinity necklaces will be different. These 3 all have different, so anyways, there's tons of options for chains. If you haven't gotten the online lookbook, message me and I'll send you the link. There's a bunch of good stuff in it. A lot of it's still in stock, so it's the fall season items. Yeah, hop on those sales, guys. Today is the home goods. I posted on the group page how many of each thing is left, so you know. Monday there's 5 new items. I'll post it early Monday morning, so you guys will get, as soon as you wake up, you'll be able to see them. If you want to order, message me and I'll send it to you a little early so you can know what they are. And then, and they're never, like, they're totally new things. And on Tuesday, all the kits go on sale for $15 each, and I think they're gonna go fast. So if you want one of the 3 kits, the wood block and the bead ones are insanely good deals. I don't even know how you get it for that price, to be honest. And then the batik one, well, that'll be $15 too, and so that's $10 off, which is also a great deal for what you're getting. So they're all hand printed wax. So batik is a wax resist. If you when you're a kid, if you do an art project and you do a white crayon on white paper and then you do watercolor on paint of it, that's what batik is essentially. It's a water-based dye, a water-based ink on fabric, and then it has the resist is a wax that is screen printed onto it, is how they did these ones. One second. This is not batik. I have, if you guys want also, I have a couple other batik items. My husband's wallet, which I can't go grab right now. I guess I could. And then I have a purse, both from India, that are batik, and I think a sari too that's batik. And it's a little bit different than the one that you get, but just to share that, like, it's a really traditional medium in Asia. It's used everywhere. Local, like whenever I share something that's from India on my group, the VIP group, which if you want to be in the VIP group, of course, let me know, message me, or comment below, all of that stuff. Whenever I post in there, I have a couple Indian friends in there that are just there because they love traditional art, and we know each other from talking about Indian art and culture, and from teaching me Hindi. So whenever I post batik, they're like, oh my gosh, like, this is from my state, or like they recognize it in a really neat way. So I think that is everything. Actually, I will show you one more Dokra piece. This one I did get, and it's actually oxidizing in that spot. Interesting. But you can see how those spirals and those shapes are very, very, very traditional to the medium. And I think I explained it in the other video, but it's, you roll up wax and you form a wax sculpture, and a lot of the spirals are from little if you've ever done a pinch pot, how you roll the clay into spirals, it's a very similar thing, but really tiny and really detailed. And it turns out really beautifully. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know a lot of you will be watching this after. That's great. Let me know if you have any questions, or if there's a technique that you want to learn more about, or if you want to learn the story behind the artisans. Let me know, because like I said earlier, that's what I'm really excited about, is just what's happening abroad. It's so beautiful. So have a great rest of your Friday. If you're celebrating Black Friday, enjoy whatever sales you're doing. Stay safe, of course, and if you are just relaxing at home playing games, enjoy the games. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon, you guys.